What's happening, fellas? I've done over 4,000 motorcycle test rides just in the last 15 years. And they're all on our channel. You can watch them all. And I just realized during this test ride why Yamaha was so successful with this particular model and why this is one of the most highly coveted vintage enduros ever made. Guys, this bike's 54 years old. And it's all original, right down to the paint job and the upholstery on the seat, the handlebars, everything. And why have they been so successful? Well, this bike fills the basic human needs, which are to avoid pain, the pain of the bike breaking down, the pain of bad investments, the pain of overpaying. This bike doesn't give you any pain, and it gives you. And the other need is pleasure. Human beings want pleasure, right? This bike is an absolute joy to ride. So this bike is the epitome of avoiding pain and gaining pleasure, and as far as the motorcycle is concerned. And it also has passenger pegs, so that other pleasure, riding your girl on the back or a girl on the back, or if you're younger, maybe your future wife, girlfriend, whatever, having fun on an enduro bike. This thing's capable of riding on road. It's capable of riding off road. The fit and finish on it is spectacular. Yamaha, the tuning fork company, if you do your research on them like I have, you'll know that unlike some of the other Japanese manufacturers, their designs form didn't always follow function. They wanted it to be beautiful. They're a piano manufacturer. So this bike, like a Porsche 911 or a 63 split window Corvette, there's some designs, some styles that just look beautiful 50 years later. This bike runs and rides like a brand new motorcycle. It has been just gone through by the mechanic, Jeff Castine. It's got brand new tires on it. The gas tank's been clean. The car's been clean. I got the work order in my pocket, so I don't want to speak out of school. I'm going to just read what was done to it, but it wasn't much. It didn't need much because it's an original Survivor in mint condition.
They made under 12,000 of these in the first year, and Yamaha did it just a little bit better than the European bikes at the time. And they were the first Jap manufacturer to the table in this genre, but this is before turn signals were standard, before they went to the 21-inch front wheel, and like Senior just said,
it has a brand new Yuasa battery on it. It has a new spark plug. The brake light switch was replaced. All the bulbs, the tail light, headlight, all the instruments. It's one thing Jeff said, Ken, everything works beautifully on this bike, just like you'd expect from a Japanese classic. We installed the new fuel petcock on it, new fuel line and filter. The injector oil light bulb was replaced. The fuel is Sunoco ethanol-free fuel, so you don't have to worry about it gumming up the carbs. Again, he did clean the carb, installed the 135 main jet, installed the battery. All the lights work beautifully. He also cleaned out the fuel tank before he installed the new petcock fuel line and filter. The bike's got brand new tires. He set the points and the timing. Went to the detail shop where it was steam cleaned by Doc, hand washed, and as you can see, the original paint is in excellent condition on the tank. The chrome is in very. Doc was like, Ken, I've never seen a 68 Yamaha with chrome this good on the rims. He was just like, it's remarkable. Usually they're all the chrome wasn't that thick to begin with originally, and it's notorious for rusting and pitting. But the spokes and the chrome on the rims is excellent. The finish, the engine cases, the frame. There's no evidence of this thing being ridden off road and or ever being dropped. The pegs, the bars, the levers. It's like having an egg without a crack in it 54 years later, because usually these enduro bikes are usually ridden off road. This one obviously wasn't. The pegs are in beautiful shape. The shifter, there's no evidence of any bending or breaking or cracking or anything. Look at this bottom of the seat pan on this thing. These are notorious for the foam rotting out of them and for the seat base rusting. It just looks like it was remarkably well preserved. The only way to explain it to be in this nice condition with the original seat cover at this point. Oh, one other thing. Doc's detailed thousands of motorcycles over the years, right? This has the only original foam washer of any of the original DTs you've ever seen. That's the original foam washer. Usually those get power washed out. That in itself is remarkable. The wiring's all original. The taillight's original. Just unbelievable, the condition.
After 68, the sales were so good, Yamaha went on, and I think they were making like 50,000 plus bikes a year by 73. And 68, there was only a 250. There wasn't, there was 8 different displacements and a bunch of different size chassis, but 68 unique to that this year, the square swing arm. After this, they went to the tubular style, and they were off-road bikes, so they all got hammered, and they had metal fenders that warped easily. So most of the fenders you see are trash. This rear fender's like perfectly straight, and the front fender's in phenomenal shape as well. It's like almost perfection. I see one little thing on top there, but just you don't see them like this. You know, fair market value right now for a set of fenders like this is probably around $500 if you could find them listed.
The other thing I'll point out is the original badges. These things are normally warped and shriveled up like they've been out in the Mojave Desert forever.
The reproduction ones are like $30, but the NOS ones are 300 plus if you can find a set. So this is real. This isn't Chinese reproductions right there. That's real Japanese equipment.
The original Yamaha gas cap, like I said, showing 3,200 plus miles on the odometer. It was 3,200 carefully ridden street miles. And she's a stunner. Just been through the detail shop after Jeff went through it. Like I said, Doc went right through, steam cleaned the whole bike, polished her up, and she's ready for a new home. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We've had one that looked a little nicer than this, but it was restored. It was a frame off, 2-year restoration, so it wasn't original.
Yeah, we had a couple restored ones.
But we haven't had an original this nice, have we? Definitely not. I've never even seen the foam, the cork washers on one of these,
Yeah, as overall condition of the components on an unrestored bike, this is the nicest one that we've ever had, really.
It runs and feels like a new bike. Let's do a drive-by so they can hear rolling down the road, because when you're riding it, Junior, it has a real nice intake growl on it. It has a real nice original throaty sound.
The 68s did have like a brown intake block on the carb too. I thought that was kind of cool. It's something that people usually don't talk about, but unique to 68.
I'm gonna kick you every time. Joy to ride. It shifts, runs, and rides like a brand new bike. Not much more to say, man. If you want a classic that's going to stand the test of time, this is an investment quality original. Bid high, bid often. You won't find a nicer original.
It's a good time to own physical assets, boys. The dollar's being inflated away. Cash is trash. Physical assets, precious metals, classic motorcycles. They're never making more 68 DT1s. It's funny, boys, but it's true. Start your collection now.
Hey, let me come up with around the gas. You gotta listen to this thing eat.
Good luck bidding. God bless America.